Hey, I'm Zach Starr from Crowdfund Genius.
Dave Evans with Crowdfund Genius.
And we're here doing a weekly crowdfunding chat. So we're going to talk about some of the things that we've seen, some of the awesome stuff that's going on in Kickstarter and Indiegogo. We're primarily rewards-based crowdfunding, but we also do advertising. Is that fair to say?
Fair to say.
Fair to say. We do advertising. So earlier I was talking about a new campaign that I was excited about. That it's headphones. I can't remember the name of the campaign, which is really bad right now for the video.
That's all right. But it's modular headphones out of Belgium, and these guys have raised $150,000. You said in the first
$150,000
first few days.
In the first few days.
Nice.
Yeah, and well, actually, it's probably halfway through the campaign, so it wasn't the first few days. I don't know. I just found it last night. But what's really cool is because we talked about the Bose piece being if you break like part of your headsets for Bose, you got to replace the whole thing. But with modular, you can literally take every single piece of these headphones off and then just buy the part and replace it. So they've got a business model.
If you have kids, get them the modular headset.
Yes.
The little boogers would be a word I can use, are going to break it.
But it's more interesting because like they could sell it. You know how Apple, they'd come out with like an iPhone and then all these little accessories show up afterwards. So they could, if they could scale it and they can get it big enough, then afterwards they got a pretty viable business of just selling the parts for those headphones to continue on for years to come.
Accessorize. Yeah. You want a blue cup and a red cup.
And they have that, and that was some of their stretch goals. Is they changed the colors of the cups, the colors of the cords, and everything. So I just thought it was a really interesting and great campaign. So.
I think it's a great target market today with people wanting to express themselves individually. So we all don't want to have the same looking headsets on.
Yeah.
That's cool. So,
and if something breaks and you can replace it, then that's pretty. And they're like different cups for different years.
As long as it doesn't cost as much as the whole package, man.
Yeah, I don't know how much it's going to cost. I can't remember the price either.
So hopefully they'll be smart in their pricing scale. We're excited for them. I mean, you see a lot of great ideas out there. These guys have really done a great job, and you know, with a little bit of help, they probably could have tripled their income.
Yeah,
or more. It's kind of what we see.
But they didn't fail, so they're not in the 90% that failed. So now, okay, you've been with us a while, so I got a question, Dave. Why do you think crowdfunding campaigns fail? Just give me one reason. There's a ton of reasons, but they all kind of fall under one little category.
I think the biggest reason that I've seen crowdfunding campaigns fail is that it's all about how you present your product, right? And a lot of the stuff that we've seen come across our desk to look at and review, the images are terrible. The layout is awful. I mean, I don't mean to be mean, but it is awful. And when you look at it, you're like, I'm not going to buy that. I mean, we are all visual creatures. And when we see something that looks cool, we want to know more about it. But if we look at it, it looks like trash or it looks amateurish, we're going to walk away. So I think the biggest thing I've seen, the reason they just completely fail, is because they have bad images and they have bad presentation. And it's not laid out right.
Well, that does fall under like the number one reason why crowdfunding campaigns fail, which is, I mean, they didn't prepare correctly, right? They didn't take the photos. They didn't take the photos that you're supposed to take. And to be honest, if you're not a photographer, you might not notice little things like that, like the close-up image shots or the close-up product shots and that type of stuff. And I know I didn't in the beginning. That's one of the things that I was completely oblivious to working on crowdfunding campaigns. And then after a while, we started realizing, hey, like, look at these images, look at the shots. And I don't want to say closer is better, but you've got to get great product shots.
You've got to lay it out right. I mean, if you just take the time to look at a crowdfunding campaign that's hugely successful and compare
the
it to
headphones we're talking about, honestly, is a great example of exactly what we're talking about, and I'm pretty sure we'll cut it in there and have the name of it here in a second. But all their photos, all the videos came from what it looks like one shoot. Honestly, I'm not kidding. They all came from like one shoot. It was on a desk, and they had like a black background, and then everything came from that one shoot. And they were able to pull it off. So, I mean, it was cost-effective. A bunch of other stuff.
So, let's details of photo, video shoots. If you're going to have one, schedule the time. Make sure you have everything you need. Make sure you do it all in one shot, because what Zach just said is one of the biggest reasons photos fail is because you take them at 3 different locations at 3 different times with 3 different sets of lighting, and you lose continuity. So take them all the same day. If you can, try to plan it that way. Get it more shots than you need. Make sure if you're using a professional, you tell them these are going to be static images for A, B, and C. This is going to be video for A, B, and C. Be very specific so people know what they need to bring going into the shoot.
Have a plan. Planning and preparation is the #1 reason crowdfunding campaigns fail.
And not following the process, right?
Yeah.
So you get a process from somebody that's done this a few thousand times, and you go, that's stupid. I'm not going to do that. Well, okay, if you do that, that's your decision, but we would recommend that if you find people that know what they're doing, talk to them, listen to them. They've probably done this a couple of times.
As you're always telling me, follow the process first. If it doesn't work, then change it. All right, so that's kind of the idea behind it.
Find successful people, mirror what they do, then adjust where it makes sense after you fail, or when you see a place where you can make an improvement.
And you know if your video is not up to par. You know if your shots aren't up to par. And don't launch anyways, hoping that it'll just fix itself or correct itself later. Fix it. Fix it before you launch.
Don't ask your wife or your mom, because they're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you the truth. Well, unless it's my mom, she'll tell me the truth. But find somebody that you can trust. They'll say, "Dude, you're screwing this up. This is awful. Reshoot it. Look at this. Call us. Send us a picture. We'll tell you if it's awful." I mean,
gotta be sexy pics, guys. Product shots, video. It's got to sell. It's got to, like I said, it's got to be sexy pics.
It's got to talk to you. You've got to look at it and go, I want to buy that. Not because it's your product, but because it looks cool. So hit us on Twitter. Hit us on Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Hit us
Go
on
ahead.
Snapchat.
You keep going through the rest of them.
Hit us on Snapchat, Facebook, Insta. Let us know what you want to know about crowdfunding. We are looking at how to help crowdfunding people start off. We know you have no money. We know you're trying to make ends meet. You can't afford a consultant. So we're going to try to find a way to yes for you guys. So what's your Snapchat handle there, big guy?
At Crowdfund Genius. Pretty much everything's at Crowdfund Genius. YouTube. Make sure you watch some of our other videos on YouTube. Got a bunch of them. Need more views. And I guess that's it.
We got to follow our process. We got to advertise.
All right. Zach Bob signing out.
Dave, I'm out of here.
Big part of pre-launch is building that subscriber base. Every crowdfunding creator should know by now that an email list is a huge part of every single crowdfunding campaign. Launching without an email list means you're taking the chance of launching to the sound